Hello and welcome to a very special bulletin on Hornbill TV. In some major development, the Kuki People's Alliance on Sunday withdrew its support to the N. Singh government in Manipur. The KPA was part of the NDA with two of its MLAs in the Manipur Assembly. In a letter to Governor Anusuya Uike, the KPA wrote, after careful consideration of the current conflagration, the continued support for the incumbent government of Manipur led by Chief Minister N. Singh is no longer fructuous. Accordingly, the support of the KPA to the government of Manipur is hereby withdrawn and can be considered null and void. And now to talk about this major development and also what the situation is like for the Kuki People's Alliance and what the future holds for this party, we have the General Secretary of the Kuki People's Alliance, Mr. W.L. Hang Singh, and we'll be speaking more on this major development. First of all, sir, thank you so much for joining us on Hornbill TV. Sir, the inception of Kuki People's Alliance started, you guys formed the group on the 12th of January 2022. It's been about 18 months. You had provided outside support to the government, even though you were not part of the government, you had provided outside support to the government, and today, yesterday night, you withdrew the support to the N. Singh government. So, sir, what considerations were taken into in losing the trust that you guys had till now upon Biren Singh's government, sir?
First of all, the support was an outside support, as you already mentioned.
Yes.
Based on issue-based support. Now, the 3rd of May onwards, all these developments has shown that there's no issue that we can support. Everything that the government of Manipur has been antagonistic to Kuki interests. There has been the state also has been divided clearly on demographic and geographical lines. So continuance of that support became meaningless. And it is only a natural conclusion, a natural corollary to all that has happened, that now we are just formalizing it by a formal letter to the governor.
Yes. All right, sir. Now talking a little bit of the Kuki People's Alliance, sir. It was formed by Mr. Tongpang Haokip, and you are also one of the founding members of the Kuki People Alliance. When you look up the Kuki People Alliance in Wikipedia and you look at the ideology, you say Kuki People's Interests. So you formed the group on the 12th of January 2022 when the situation was comparatively very much better. So, sir, did you all, when you formed the party called the Kuki People's Alliance, did you ever think, or was there any thought that you would be in such a situation right now, sir?
Well, the situation was building up, and as you said, it is the new party, and before this party, there was no Kuki party. Everybody on the Kukis, they were well adjusted to the national party, whether it was Congress or whether it was BJP or whether it was the NPP, whatever. We were never a communal-minded people. But in the last 4 or 5 years, there has been a lot of antagonism towards our people. And even if you were in the Congress, you felt that you were not part of the party because it was all making centric party, whether it is the BJP or the Congress or whatever party. It was the majoritarian view that held the sway. So there was a need to build up a party which could speak for the people, for the Kuki people. And that's how we found, because of the need, we formed this party. And we took the registration just about a week before the last election. And we managed to field with 2 candidates because it was already very late, and all our prospective candidates had already we had already told them to get the tickets wherever they could. And we managed to field 2 candidates, and both of them won. Now looking back, had we fielded more, I'm sure we would have been a stronger party. We would have at least 6 or 7 parties by now, 7 MLAs by now. But the need was felt that joining the majoritarian party did not serve the Kuki interest. And with this in view, when the KP was formed, when we also did have 2 representatives, we felt that it was better to join the government, even if it is from outside, so that we could put the state together and also voice the interest of the Kuki people. But it's so, it has proven that in the last 3 months, I mean, that is not possible. In Manipur, government has turned rogue. They have turned, they have lost all legitimacy. Even the last assembly elections was called not by the speaker or the chief minister. It has been called by with the instance of the NFIDs and Kokomi. So Manipur is now run by the mob. There we have, it doesn't make sense for us to be supporting even from outside anymore. So it was the foregone conclusion which we formalized. We formalized it very late, mainly because we were all scattered and we were all disjointed geographically. We could not communicate. And there were other pressing matters of disease and basic survival problem was there. So now things have been crystallized. We managed to communicate with each other, and we said we have to bring it to a logical conclusion, and we have formally withdrawn the support from the Manipur government.
All right, sir. Your two sitting MLAs, one is Ma'am Kimnia Hoke Phang Singh from the Saikul Assembly constituency, and you've got Mr. Chinlun Thang from the Singhat Assembly constituency, sir. Now, in the latest development, the governor of Manipur has called for a special session of the Manipur Assembly on the 21st. So, will the KPA be attending that special session of the Manipur Assembly, sir?
I already said this assembly session has been called at the initiation of the Bera parties and Kokomi.
Yes.
And everybody knows Kokomi is the organization, it is the fascist organization which has declared war on the Kuki.
Yes.
So he cannot be part of all this drama. He is just drama or whatever you call it. So he will not be attending. Even if we had not withdrawn formally or whatever, none of the Kuki members can attend this. And assembly at the initiation of Mera party and Kokomi. I've never heard, I've never seen or experienced this kind of collapse of government where the formally elected assembly has to be called at the instance of a mob organization like the Mera parties and Kokomi.
All right, sir, regarding the situation in Manipur, the ground reality in Manipur, the Manipur government had informed, and the center too, had informed that the situation in Manipur is turning to normal. But over the past few days, we saw the spate of violence that happened at Kwaktai Lamkai, where 3 people dead. Before that, there were more reports of people dying because of the violence. So, sir, how would you call the statement that the things in Manipur are turning to normal, sir? Is it even half of the picture, sir?
It is all lies. It's all lies by the chief minister. He wants to impress the central government that he is maintaining security, but far from normalcy. Just a few days, 3 days back, there was another robbery, or not even robbery, another surrender of arms to the mob again. Another 1,000 something arms were again looted from, not even looted, they were handed over to the mob. Now, if he calls that normal, then his sense of normal is very warped. I don't know what he means by normal. It is not normal. Things are getting from bad to worse. And in fact, the boundaries are very well entrenched now. And everybody from both sides are gunpoint to gunpoint, eyeball to eyeball. Every day there are instances of shooting and killing. Casualties are mounting on both sides. He calls that normal. Well, his sense of normal is not what we think normal should be.
All right, sir. You just pulled up the point on the armories getting stolen. I mean, the armories getting broken down, and then the ammunitions being stolen. There are hand grenades. There are complicated assault rifles. A few 200 self-loading rifles. We've got 124 hand grenades. So all these. So how dangerous is this trend, sir? Because in the recent report given by the Manipur police, when it comes to the armories getting robbed by a mob, they have even mentioned that even in the hill districts as well as the valley districts, the armories are being targeted. And on the other hand, when the armories are getting targeted in the hills, it's always mentioned that it's being done by the Kuki militants, whereas when it's being done in the valley district, the term given to these people are villagers or just normal people or miscreants. So how would you classify this classification, and also how dangerous is this trend where the armories are getting now robbed by mobs, sir?
See, it is well thought out uh, strategy by the CM that he used terminologies like cookie militant or proscribed armed insurgents or even narco terrorists or foreign infiltrators. He uses these terms to justify his use of the state machinery against the cooking wherever they are, all around the valley. Now, these, as you see from the videos, they are all young boys, people from schools, from high school or from colleges. They have come back. And you can't call them militant. In any case, the robberies or the looting of armory, if there were about 10 cases in the valley, I have heard of only one in the hill, in the 3rd of May. And out of in the hills, whatever was robbed or snatched by the civilians, of course, I'm sure they snatched it out of desperation to defend themselves. And I've been told that all of these have been again recovered by the Sioux group of armed militant, Kuki militant.
Yes.
They have been recovered and they have been handed over properly and accounted for. Yes. Whatever was taken in the hill. Now, whatever was taken in the valley has not been recovered yet. Not even one has been recovered. In fact, Kokumi has announced that they will not return. It is this is the position in the hills and the valley, and this is an evidence that the government itself is adding love with the mob in the valley. They are even if they are actually complicit in the assault to the hill. And one thing they keep saying is they want the integrity of Manipur. Now, who is breaking up Manipur? It is the CM and his cohort only. They have broken Manipur, and now they want integrity. They're talking in contradiction. If they want peace, they should act in a peaceful manner. But they keep going on the militarization way, or they arming themselves, they arming the people, and they keep calling the cookies as all kinds of name terminology to justify the use of state machinery, the police and the army and the paramilitary forces. It's a totally partisan government. I mean, what more can I say?
All right, sir, you just referred to the term illegal immigrants, in which the Manipur government, especially a letter given by the Chief Secretary, had stated that 718 illegal immigrants had entered the state of Manipur, and they had questioned what the Assam Rifles was doing, that 718 illegal immigrants entered. Now, sir, according to the 2011 census, out of the 43% of tribal population that is present in Manipur, the Kukis account for about 15 to 16%. That was the 2011 data. So, according to you, sir, do you think that the census not being taken in the year 2020, 2021 is also a major factor as to why the present government, or rather the N. Singh government, is so bold enough to call all Kukis illegal immigrants, sir?
He keeps contradicting himself. Recently, he said he doesn't mean all the cookies are immigrants. He says some are immigrants. Now, and as you said, they have identified 780 immigrants.
Yes.
Now, which means they have a number, they have identified them. Isn't that it is the government's duty to, if they have identified them, to put them in camps and put identification marks, cards, and control their movement. It is their failure if they have disappeared or infidels or or maybe they have already gone back also. Now, if they have a number, it means they should be in control of that number. How can they put the onus on the Kuki population? It means they don't run the government anymore. They're just looking for scapegoats and blame game. The Kukis population cannot be blamed for 700 people who came from Burma. Which they have a number, means they know where they are. They have identified. The fault we lies with them is we don't know where they are now, and I'm sure they know. And these are the propaganda slogans which they're shouting. They keep contradicting themselves. Anything they say, they contradict themselves. If you have 780 refugees, they are actually displaced persons from Burma. These are people who in desperate conditions. What you think they're going to pick up the problem here? They're barely able to survive. They're looking for food and shelter, women and children. These are not dangerous people. All they have to do is put them in camp, give them humanitarian aid, and wait for the time for them to go back. Why are they making politics out of 780 people they have identified?
All right, sir. Now, since you're a political member, this is not a question to you in this regard, but this question is to you with regard that, so you had served in the IRS. You are a former administrator. You have been working for the government of India. So now, solely as an administrator, the violence that is ensuing has now crossed about 93 days, sir. Now, as an administrator, over the past 93 days, there's hardly been talks of any solution. Well, the two parties are saying we do not want more disintegration of Manipur, whereas the other party is saying we want a separate administration. So, where is the way out, sir, for this particular thing? According to your experience as an administrator, is there a way out of this conflict?
On respect to the recent riots in Haryana at noon,
Yes.
it was also a dangerous. You could see the whole. It looked like the whole of Haryana was burning, but it was controlled in 24 hours.
Yes.
In less than 24 hours. Hundreds of rioters were arrested. They put in the lockup, and now things are normal. I mean, why was not that done in Manipur on the 3rd of May? If the CM wanted to do it, he could have done it, but he let it burn. He let it go ahead till he came to a situation then that he could not control anymore. Now this is not only bad administration, this is being complicit in the rioting. The government itself has allowed this to happen. This is the problem here. As an administrator, you are trained that when there's a law and order problem, you identify the problem, shut them up. And they could have done it because they knew who were the rioters. But the problem is the CM was leading these rioters. He has actually set them up and he has been egging them on since the last 4 or 5 years. They were just looking for an opportunity. When it came, you know how the organized they are, they could even beat the Section 144, which says 3 or 4 people cannot campaign together. So they hang around 2 or 3 people here and there, having their PDs or chai or something, and the signal comes. And the signal is that beating of the clang of the electric post. Clang, it comes and they just convert from everywhere, about 200 of them. And they go beyond control. It is a very well rehearsed and organized rioting, which if the law and order machinery wants to identify and contain, they can easily contain it. Because if it is a disorganized, spontaneous rioting, it's difficult to identify who are the culprits. But here it is organized. The same people keep moving from spot to spot, doing the same thing again and again. How are they allowed? So it is not only an administrative failure, it is administrative complicity in the rioting. So in this situation, what else can the Kukis expect but to leave their home and house at home in the valley, go to the hill, and now that we are separated, is conform a separation, formalize the separation, is all we are.
All right, sir. Now, regarding another matter, Hornbill TV, when we had contacted the Delhi Commission for Women chairperson, Miss Swati Maliwal, she was one of the few persons to first come to the state to actually assess the situation in the ground, especially in Manipur, Churachandpur, Imphal East, Imphal West. And then when she had gone back to Delhi, she had even gone to visit the BJP MLA Vungzagin Walte, who was also brutally assaulted by a mob on the 4th of May. Now, after the Delhi Commission for Women chief had said that not even a representative of the state government, nor the central government, nor the BJP had come to even meet Mr. Vungzagin Walte. But then on the other hand, we have the Manipur Publicity and Broadcast Minister, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, had said that the Manipur government has been in touch with Mr. Vungzagin Walte ever since the day he was airlifted to Delhi for his treatment. Now, I don't know whether you've been in touch, but what is the truth? Will the Kuki People Alliance say, will you guys agree with what Swati Maliwal said, or will you guys agree with what Minister Sapam Ranjan Singh said, sir?
Well, see, as I see it, maybe not directly, but PM had a meeting with Vungzagin Walte, and it was on his return that he was assaulted, which means they knew his movement. And so also the burning of the house of Mr. Lespa Walte. This is just half a kilometer away from the same building. He knew that the thing was happening. He did not, these are things could have been, or taken preventive action, or he could have warned Vungzagin Walte not to take that route, go by another route, or go somewhere else, something. I have a feeling that CM knew all the situation. Maybe he's not directly directed these things, but he could have been more alert if he had been concerned about his own team. After all, we have the same party, the same government, same team.
What is the future role of the KPA in the Manipur government? And now, so we are also hearing reports that the Kokomi has also decided to not support the present government. They have given up their trust on the government. So what is the future steps that the Kuki People Alliance will take? And if, do you think that president's rule being imposed in Manipur is now a very pliable option, sir?
See, as far as the Kuki People Alliance and the other 8 MLAs are concerned,
Yes.
from I think it was on the 10th or 9th of May that we announced a demand for a separate administration.
Yes.
We want a separation from Manipur.
Yes.
So on that ground, I don't think we have any local standards to say anything about Manipur anymore.
All right, sir.
Whether they put the Biren in the dustbin, or whether they stick him up like a goat on the pedestal. I mean, we're not bothered. We can do whatever we can. And our support or non-support of this government is in substance now. I mean, it doesn't make us, it's irrelevant now, whether we are with our government or not. We mentally and ideologically, we are out of it. We are only waiting for a formalization of a separate administration in the form of a state or a union territory or some other form, which is an administration which has nothing to do with Manipur.
All right.
We have no comment with whatever they can do, they want to do in Manipur now. The Manipur, what we talk about, when we talk of Manipur, we mean the valley, Pal Valley.
Okay, sir.
Which is what they mean by Kangri Park. Kangri Park means the dried up area of the valley. That is called Kangri Park.
All right.
And let them be happy with what they have. We themselves have divided the state. They have nothing to say with what happens in Kangri Park now.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining me at a very vulnerable time, but also thank you for expressing yourself on Hornbill TV and also giving us a statement about the Kuki People's Alliance and why the trust broke in the Biren Singh government. Thank you so much, and please stay safe, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So that was the General Secretary of the Kuki People's Alliance, Mr. Wilson Hung Singh, who is also a retired IRS officer. We just heard, well, over the past few months, whatever is happening, the Kuki People's Alliance felt that they were being left out and they were not being treated accordingly. And also, He did mention that on the 21st of August, where the governor of Manipur, Anusuya Uike, had summoned a special session of the Manipur Legislative Assembly, the Kuki People Alliance has come out boldly and said that it will not take part in the proceedings. Well, at the moment, there are speculations that the Kokumi too has withdrawn its support to the present state government, but these are just developing stories which Hornbill TV will be bringing you all the details. For more interviews like this, keep watching Hornbill TV. Goodbye.